Hello and welcome back for another video. Once again, we finished another Mario Party game. We were excited to move from the Nintendo 64 to the GameCube to see if the extra power the GameCube offered would provide us with more amazing minigames. Luckily for us, it did. That's why we're so excited for today's video where we'll rank what we think the top 10 best minigames in Mario Party 4 are. I think this is the first game we've played where we've had more than 10 5-star minigames to pick from. Usually we have to grab a couple 4-star games and include them as well. That means that every minigame we talk about today is the cream of the crop. You'll want to play every single one of these ones. Now let's dive in and talk about the top 10 best minigames in Mario Party 4.
Coming in at number 10 is BOB-OMB Crossing, an extra room minigame where your only goal is to survive. There's no winning in this one, it's just trying to set a new high score by staying alive. This one's super intense, a lot of fun, and keeps you coming back for more.
At number 9 is KAREENING KOOPAS. This one reminds us a lot of Tipsy Turny, except instead of moving the Koopa shell around to unveil the picture, you're trying to get several Koopa shells inside the holes. This one scratched that same itch though, and we loved it. The position of the holes always changes, and there's a lot of strategy in how you move the board to make sure that the Koopa shells move just right into the holes.
Number 8 is Bowser's Bigger Blast. This minigame is exactly the same as Bowser's Big Blast from Mario Party 2, which is great because it was perfect as is then. We really enjoy playing this one for its randomness and intensity. We would have ranked it higher, but because it's exactly the same, there isn't a uniqueness factor in it. So it's in at number 8, but it's great.
At number 7 is the basketball game 3-Throw. This one has 3 rows of hoops, and your only goal is to get your basketball in as many as you can. This one's great because they took what could have been a basic minigame and added some nice level of strategy to it. The middle hoops are worth 2 points instead of 1, so you already want to get those over the others. But beyond that, the basketballs also stay in the hoops until they scroll off screen, so if somebody gets one before you, you've got to skip that basket and go for another one. It adds a good amount of thinking in a minigame that could have been a lot simpler and less fun than this.
Number 6 is Mr. Blizzard's Brigade. Besides being really fun to say, it's also fun to play. Your goal here is just to dodge the snowballs and make sure you're the last one staying alive. It's a simple concept we see in a lot of minigames. This one's a lot of fun because the more it goes on, the more intense it gets because more snowmen pop up trying to hit you with snowballs. We had a lot of fun playing this one trying to dodge the ultimate snowballs and came up with some unique strategies by hiding behind the other frozen players.
Starting off our top 5 is a 2 vs 2 minigame REVERS-A-BOMB. We thought this one was super hectic and super fun. Your only goal in this one is to try and get the BOB-OMBs not to hit you and hit the other team instead. To do this, you hit the buttons in front of you to reverse the direction they're walking in. The fun comes in trying to make sure none of them hit you because it really hinders you when they do. And if one does hit you, it'll knock you back, which just gives the other BOB-OMBs more of a chance to come up and hit you again. So the worse you do, the more intense it feels. But man, is it rewarding when you win this one. It's great.
Number 4 is Toad's Quick Draw. In this minigame, Koopas on train cars release different colored balloons into the air, and Toad holds up a colored flag. Then, your goal is to use your pop gun to try and shoot the right colored balloon first, and the first person to 3 points will win the minigame. This one's super intense and got us really competitive. You're waiting in the beginning until Toad tells you what color balloon to shoot, and that's really intense because you're not sure where you should be. Do you stay in the middle? Do you pick one color and hope that's the right one? You have to be fast to win this minigame, and accurate.
At number 3 is Team Treasure Trek. This is a pretty unique 2 vs 2 minigame that you don't see a lot of in Mario Party games. Each member of the team runs through the maze trying to find their colored key and their chest, but you're not done there because then both of you have to find each other to unlock the treasure chest. We liked this one because it was a nice change of pace from a lot of other Mario Party minigames. It's cool running around a maze and checking out the map and trying to find your teammate before the other team does. We had a great time with this one.
Coming in at number 2 is Chain Chomp Fever. This is a favorite for all those thrill seekers out there. Everyone's on a platform over lava trying to dodge the chain chomp and stay away from the fire. You're trying to do that until time is up or until you're the last one standing. If this minigame just had you avoid chain chomp or just had you avoid the fire, it still would be a lot of fun, but the challenge is really to have to avoid both of them, and it's really hard. It makes you use your brain a little bit more than some of the other minigames, and it really makes your palms sweat.
Alright, it's time for number 1. If you're familiar with Mario Party 4, you probably already know what minigame this is because it's a classic. The best minigame in Mario Party 4 is BOOKSQUIRM. This one's a great minigame that holds its own against all the classic Mario Party minigames you think about, like Bumper Balls and Tipsy Tourney and Mushroom Mix-Up. It's one of those simple ones that everyone can play because all you're trying to do is stay alive by running into the holes. But that doesn't mean it's not a lot of fun. The pages come down faster and faster, and it just gets more and more challenging. And when you finally win this one, not only does it feel great, but it leaves you wanting to play it again. That's exactly what you want in a Mario Party minigame. And luckily for you, you actually can play it again through the extra room minigame, Challenge BOOKSQUIRM. We also gave 5 stars to Challenge BOOKSQUIRM, but it's basically the same as BOOKSQUIRM, except infinite. So the real fun in that one comes in beating your high score. It's a great addition to Mario Party, and it's just the thing we need to keep playing BOOKSQUIRM over and over again. If you don't like this one, something might be wrong with you.
Wow, all 10 of these minigames were so much fun to play. Kind of makes me want to start Mario Party 4 all over again.
Well, let's not forget that there was also a lot of bad ones too.
Oh yeah, there were. Well, if you want to hear us talk about the top 10 worst minigames of Mario Party 4, you'll have to come back for our next video. If you enjoyed hearing about the best ones, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And let us know if you agree with us, or do you have favorites we didn't even talk about?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some fun discussion in the comments about this video, and our next one. So stick around and talk about it with us, and stay tuned for our next video of the top 10 worst Mario Party 4 minigames.
Hope to see you then.